Oh. Oh, I think clearly Spees91 doesn't like dogs. Do I still have the amazing pink gloves with fingernails on? No, I don't. They were made for that shoot, and then the fingernails fell off, and I don't know what's happened to the gloves. I do have 2 dogs. One is sitting down, but she's below the camera. The Graduate hasn't. Has any of the Graduate been released in Europe?
I don't know.
No, you have to just get it on import, I think.
You can buy it from Play.
Yes, I still have a rabbit collection. But what I should do is, do you know, I've been a bit slack. I always have this book, but I should start bringing like I've got so much rabbit paraphernalia. In fact, I've got a real rabbit next door.
You should get the rabbit.
Oh, thanks, Bees. She's very sentimental. Because she had a really shit life, really. So Jack Russells, which is the kind of dog that both my dogs are very difficult dogs till they're about 18 months old. And I think what happens is people get them as puppies and they don't realise that they're very high maintenance dogs. And she was given away as a puppy, and she's actually an amazing dog. She's really obedient, she's really clever, she's really well behaved. But I think that they couldn't deal with her anymore and they just gave her away, and it's really sad. Anyway. If Andy and I fell in love over MySpace, is it possible over Twitter? I don't see why not. Why couldn't people fall in love over Twitter? Hello, Denmark. I love going to concerts. In fact, I went to see Martha Wainwright about 2 weeks ago at Jazz Cafe, and it was really lovely. I love John Mayer. You know, I've been threatening to do a John Mayer cover. I will. I've got a bit of time after the show this week. I've got a few more sessions I have to do in the studio. But next week will be special. I'll really put a lot more time into it. I've just been super busy in the last few days. I want to play Barry in South Wales. Of course, everybody wants to go to Barry now because of Gavin and Stacey. Yeah, David, Rod is still recording with Andy. They've been working on Rod's album together and it's sounding amazing. Yes, I will, if I get a chance, well, I will have time this week, I will definitely try and learn that Sarah McLachlan song for you. No, I'm thinking about, Andrew, a lot of these songs are all brand new. They're like, the first one I played you, Will You Still Love Me, is not even a week old. Put Your Hands Up is a bit older. All Bets Are Off I wrote last year. I'm playing a bunch of new songs tomorrow. I'm playing at least three, maybe 4 new songs tomorrow at the Pig Owl. And the one song we're playing at the Pig Owl I wrote this morning, I'm not kidding you. I was sitting here and I had to go to the studio. I literally had an hour before I was going to the studio and I was just noodling and it came fully formed. And I happened to go to rehearsal and I just played it to the boys in my band and they were like, we should do that, we should totally do that. So we're doing it tomorrow night. So there's a song that will literally be 24 hours old and we're recording it. What's occurring in Barry? I don't know. Play Your Harrison Barry. Oh, I can have a go. Oh. Have I written music for poetry? No, I really want to. There's a couple of poems I really love and I've always wanted to set them to music when I have time. It's Lucas! How can you be coming? Are they on the plane? No.
Soon.
Hello! Hello, lovely! We're really looking forward to seeing you. Very excited. So, you'll see Rodders for this week.
Rodders is coming tomorrow. Tell them to Rodders. Oops.
Oh, week 32. That line, Shania, you impress me. Cigarette is all about guilty pleasures. So the first bit is all about, well, I smoked for years. I was on not a heavy smoker. I never smoked more than about 5 or 6 a day, but I smoked regularly. And I would really struggle to not have those few cigarettes a day. And I mean, I still drink a bit, not heaps, but I had a little phase where I was probably partaking a little bit too much. And then like, the second verse is about snogging inappropriate men and stuff. But the last verse, Shania, you impress me, but my friends can't know, is about my mad, unadulterated passion for Shania Twain. And all my friends don't understand it. A lot of my friends don't understand my absolute love pop music. I don't have like, the word guilty pleasure doesn't exist in my vocabulary. Pop music is the only kind of music. And Shania Twain, I think, is kind of genius. And but I always feel like I have to sort of go, sorry, I really love Shania Twain. And do you know what, I'm getting older now and I'm like, no, fuck it, I'm not going to say sorry. Shania Twain's a really great songwriter. You're Still the One is a perfect pop song. It's such a beautiful song. Sometimes you can be a bit cheesy, but I'm Gonna Get You Good it's really smart, it's really clever. It's got the kind of the storytelling of country and western. But Mutt Lange made some of the best rock albums ever. Def Leppard, just anyway, sorry, that was, oh, someone else said Mutt Lange, yes. Yes, that's right, Mutt wrote the songs with Shania, exactly. And that's what I love about it, because left to her own devices, I think she could be really boring, snooze-fest country and western. But the marriage of, well, it's not marriage anymore, sadly, but Mutt and Shania together, he gave her this edge. He gave, like, all her records sound amazing.
A bit like me and you.
A bit like you and me, yeah. They're amazing records, sonically. The playing's incredible. The quality of the production, they're just some of the best records ever made. So, I did love my picture of my cartoon me. I tweeted you about that, I think. Oh, Amelia! I'm so sorry about your voice. Sapphire, the video, I had the idea the idea that I would have a little party at home, and then I went and spoke to the director. He's a great French director, and we developed it together, and that's where it started. Isn't it? Parky, that's it. You're a fine piece of real estate, and I'm gonna get me some land. Ooh, don't try to. Oh, it's such a great song. I'm gonna get you inside. I'm gonna get you. I should cover that actually. Hello, Harry and Amelia. If you had synesthesia, what would your songs look like? That's a good question. What would my songs look like if they had synesthesia? I think they'd look like Hieronymus Bosch.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can have a different synesthesia picture for each song. So I think Cigarette would look like Hieronymus Bosch or Salvador Dali. And then I think It Was Me would look like an Augustus John painting. And I think Sophia would look like, I don't know, a Manet painting. And My Last Tango, I always had a painting in my head. It's the John Everett Millais, Ophelia in the Water. John Everett Millais wasn't born in Jersey, but he came from a Jersey family and he had links with Jersey, so I always think of him as a Jersey painter. But it's in the, I can never remember whether it's the Tate or the National Gallery. I think it's the National. And she's lying in the water. I love that of Ophelia. I always think of that painting when I sing My Last Tango. More votes are coming home. Yeah, it'll be the results for the poll very soon. I don't know what Andy's doing. No, he's not frying eggs. He's making a lot of noise though today.
It's dogs.
Have I picked up your CD yet? No, Alan, I haven't. You sent it to my management, but I don't think we've received it. I'll ask them to have another look again, but I don't think they've seen it. Do you know, who said, do you think most people know? Someone just said, yes, I do, because I think I've got a very high standard of fan, a very high intelligent level of fan, so I think a lot of people know that synesthesia means music, music interpreted in colour, or a lot of people see sounds, or they hear colour. And there was an experiment in the 1930s by a group of futurists. The futurists were a movement. They're sort of loosely linked to the Cubist period. There's also quite a few fascists involved with them. I think Ferdinand Leger ended up being a futurist, if I remember from art history. Anyway, there was some geezer who built this organ, I think it was in Italy, and instead of like having notes like black, white, black, blah, 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 he had colours, so he could play colours. Yes.
You just broke the 500 viewership thing, by the way, no?
Wow, more than 500.